Hey, it's Pete at Pete's Snakebite Kit. Thanks for coming by, taking a look at my YouTube again. What we want to talk about today is making cars shine. I think everybody watching this can agree, the shinier the better. You know, we spend a lot of money getting bodywork and paint work done on our cars, and we want to make them look good. We want to get all the shine out of that. I'm a nerd for this. I've been rubbing on cars with different kinds of paints and waxes and clay bars and compounds literally for 50 years, and it's progressed over the years. I want to talk a little bit about that progression. So one of the first cars I had that really had a nice paint job on it, we talked about I had a 70 Boss 302 for a long time, loved that car. And I had it painted. A friend of ours in Roland Heights where I grew up, Dwayne Powell, unfortunately is gone now, but he was a great painter and really put some nice paint jobs on cars. And it was Porsche India Red, real similar to the Rangoon that's on the Cobra. But anyway, it was the first time I had a car where you wax it and you're like, that looks good. You know, you could see into the paint. You could see details of the cars parked next to you and so on. So if you want to use the best wax, who are you going to ask? Ask your painter. So what Dwayne said is, doesn't matter. Just get the wax that is the hardest to put on and the hardest to take off. Hey, I can do that. You may remember, if you're my age, you may remember it came in a tin can with a metal lid, and it was paste like floor wax. I think it was Airstream or Slipstream, one of those. It was tough. But I tell you what, after a few wax jobs of that, it got a little bit easier, and I kept that thing shining. Well, back then, when I heard or saw somebody using spray wax, I'm like, dude, that's for Girl Scouts. Real men put tough wax on. Well, we've evolved way away from that, as you know. And, you know, clay bars have come, different kinds of compounds, and all of these things. And it's easier to keep a car clean than it ever has been, because I know I don't have the energy that I had when I was 20 years old waxing a car. And I think I do a pretty good job of keeping this clean. So one of the big things that have come along is ceramic coating. We all know about that. I've tried at least 12 of them over the last few years since I got the Cobra painted. And how do they look? And, you know, you get done and it's hot and you're tired. You're like, it looks good. It looks better. You know, you're convincing yourself. But I tell you what, I had a subjective opinion on it that I didn't even ask for. So a friend of mine had the YouTube, Finley Craft. I'll send you a link to it. He's building a Cobra. He, on one of my comments, said, what have you done to the paint on your car? So he's noticing this on the internet, you know, and everything looks better in person. And I thought, well, what have I been using lately? Let's talk about that one. This is the first one I used of the Next Gen family of detail products. This is their ceramic spray. One of the things they said in the first ad that I saw was, we have 13% H2SO4, whatever the ceramic chemical number is. And they said, we challenge you to find more in another product, or even find any other product that says how much ceramic they actually have. So I was at a very popular detail product warehouse that's in the Pacific Northwest. And beautiful showroom. I'm going through there looking at their products. Hey, just curious, how much ceramic is in your product by percentage? The guy looks at me dead in the eye and says, that's proprietary information. We would never let you know. I think I know why they don't want to say. I'm guessing that Next Gen has the most ceramic of anything out there. And I think my car looks pretty good. I really think it's the shiniest that my Cobra has ever been using Next Gen. I want to show you something I experienced with this that really sold me. Right around this hood latch, you know, when you polish it, you can't hit this spot going like that. You've got to, you know, go around it. Well, I had developed some really light scratches there, and I thought, you know, I'll live with them. Maybe they'll fade over time and so on. After a few applications of the ceramic coat, these things are gone. And so what's happening is it's, you know, basically a film of liquid glass that's filling in the imperfections in the paint, and it's shiny on top of that. So not only is it shiny, but it's given a smoother surface. Okay, so to build on that, I want to show you another one of their products. This is kind of their Mac Daddy. This is the professional level. They call it Carbon Flex ceramic coating. It comes with an applicator. This is the one where you see the videos of the professionals doing it, and it's really slow, and it looks like the guys on Quaaludes. Anyway, put this on the car. It really made the surface look great. But then one of the recommendations was to follow it up after like 45 minutes of it curing with the spray. And so you've got this giving a ceramic coat, then you've got this, filling that in and building on it a little bit. So with that thought process, when you're using a quick detailer or ceramic soap or things that have ceramic in it, when you're touching the paint, rubbing it, squirting it, bugs hitting it, wiping the bugs off, all of that can wear down the ceramic. And when you're using these other products, can help fill in whatever's happened to the ceramics. Been super happy with this stuff. I'm going to do a walk around on the car out in the sunshine and kind of get your opinion. Anyway, I really do like the Next Gen. I've talked to a lot of people there. They are very serious and super nerds about making cars shiny. Give it a try. I think you'll like it. Hey, we're going to roll this thing out. I want to do a walk around on it. See if you think it